Welcome back, everybody. Oh, I've got two abuse victims with me tonight. It's a hell of an intro, isn't it? I finally got Blackfoot back on here. I think we'll see. We'll see. She's seems like she's having technical difficulties already. And then I have B sitting in for giggles because she's out partying her life away. And B has also been in an abusive. That was physically abusive relationship.
Yeah, physically and a couple other ways.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Um,
spectrum. The spectrum is
the spectrum.
wide. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can get into all that in a second.
we can.
So, and then Chief Blackfoot is back to tell her story because I was like, holy shit, I gotta hear the rest of this fucking story because it's a crazy sounding story.
Hmm.
Um, so we're also trying to coordinate this fucking episode with, I think it's about nine fucking people. Um, with all the quote named accounts on my Snap that people see reoccurring, like Chief Blackfoot and B. Uh, and it's going as you would think it would go, trying to coordinate nine people. And I'm sure this will come as no shock to anybody. Uh, we are pretty much waiting on Giggles to. I mean, am I wrong? We like everything is resting on Giggles to make some sort of call or decision. So,
It's for balance.
oh yeah, totally
Yeah.
balance. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Balance. So hopefully we can get that together. I want to say like one of the dates was sometime in May, but I feel like that's coming up. I feel like it was early May and it's coming up soon, but I don't fucking know because I told him I would record whenever, so I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers figure it out, and I'll be there. Anyway, uh, what else was there? I feel like there was something else. We are actually. I'm finally able to find the podcast on Apple Podcast. It is Plan B Podcast, all one word. Shows right up. So yeah, you can find us on Apple now. I feel like it's been on there for a month or two at this point. But anyway, so before we get into your abusive relationships, let me pose a question that maybe we can all save ourselves an hour.
Yeah.
Did either one of you just try ever shutting the fuck up?
Yeah, I'm not a super talkative person, so, and I'm not very bitchy about things.
I call, or no, I didn't call him. Fucking Meat Rocket, aka Chris, calls me like 2, 3 days ago, like kind of out of the blue, and I answer the phone. I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck do you want?" And he was like, "Oh, hey, sorry, buddy. I was just calling to see, what was going on." I was like, "Yeah, man, sorry. It's been so many years since I've been able to say that to a woman that I felt like I had to get that out, and you know, feel better about myself and shit. So my bad. I didn't mean anything by it. He fucking. I don't know if women will find that as funny as men do, but I feel like every man has said that fucking line to a woman at some point in their life. Some women multiple fucking times. Um, but anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, I've been told that, which ironically, I've never been a very talkative person either, unless, I like you.
it has nothing to do with talking.
It's
It's
not
just
talking.
it's the aura. It's everything. Oh my
Yeah.
god, what the fuck do you want? It has nothing to do with repetition of calls or text or anything. It's
Yeah.
just, something women invoke in men. Oh, one more
I
thing. Hold on, I'm sorry. I have to tell this because I'm gonna fucking forget it if I don't. And I almost threw up in a barber chair the other day, and I just have to share this with everyone before we get into wife beating or whatever.
I'm scared.
I'm getting my hair cut. There's nobody in the fucking barbershop. It's two women and myself. And the woman that's cutting my hair and the woman that's next to her not cutting any hair at the moment. And the woman, I can't stand it when these bitches ask me, "Do you want me to shape up your eyebrows?" I'm like, "No, the fuck is wrong with you? I don't need my fucking eyebrows plucked, bitch. Fuck no.
Laminated.
I can't. Oh God, please, can't." And so I asked the broad. I was like, how many men would you say actually take you up on that? Because it's like offered at every barbershop now. Like this was not a thing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, and she was like, "Oh, I would say most." I was like, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah, see this one right here that's sticking out." And I'm like, "I didn't ask for a fucking critique on my. I know about my eyebrows, bitch. I didn't ask you to tell me about that one sticking out right there or the one over here sticking. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I just asked how many men, and she's like, "Well, most men." And I was like, "Starting at what age?" I was like, "Kids are doing this shit." She was like, some, but mostly like they start in their 20s. I was like, in their fucking 20s. Like, wow. What? And then that turned into a talk about waxing. And the woman next to her says, "Oh, I watch those waxing videos."
Hmm.
She said, "Have you guys seen the one?" And I've not seen any waxing videos unless they came from a woman who I asked to make a waxing video for me, um, which are not on the internet. But she was like, "Have you seen the one where they're giving this woman a Brazilian and they rip it off and a dingleberry goes flying across the room?"
Ick. Excuse me?
Nope.
Excuse me?
No.
Wait, in the space that
What
you
the
were
fuck?
sitting? No.
Yo, I visibly gagged. I was
Why would you show up that way? Like I have
there's that.
no, ever,
There's
ever,
that.
ever. But especially when you know you're going to be like,
Right?
"Hello." Like,
Right.
what's wrong with people?
But if you like now that I'm like
Nah. No
thinking
excuse.
about it, now that I'm thinking about it though, like that has to like why was somebody videotaping? That has to be fake, right?
Also that, why was somebody videotaping that?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh,
You can only hope it was fake.
sometimes I've seen this trend where people record their reactions while getting waxed. Maybe that was happening.
Yeah, I'd be jerking off to them joints, but again, those were made for me to jerk off to, not on the internet somewhere, you know what I mean?
And in the process, everyone became unlucky.
Like, oh God, look how much that hurt that bitch. Oh. Anyway, now that we're done talking about women hurting themselves, let's talk about men hurting women.
Yeah.
Blackfoot, you're on.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Um,
oh, yay.
okay. Um, so I will start basically at the very beginning. I wrote it out so that I didn't really forget anything because I do forget a lot of stuff that has happened.
Fuck
So it
yeah.
gave me some time to like get it all in
Hey,
there.
you got the floor is yours. You did way more homework than me, girl. Go ahead with your bad stuff.
Okay, so when we first met, he seemed pretty cool. We played a lot of video games together. I was
Oh,
friends with his sister. And then
Hold up. All right, your
when
internet
I
is.
went,
Hold up a second.
yeah.
Your internet is so bad. How old were you when this all started?
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to switch what internet I'm on.
I'm gonna smoke this fucking joint. You know what I mean?
Okay, hopefully this stays more stable. Um, okay, I was
I like your
17, I
accent.
think. Absolutely.
Couldn't help myself.
It's all good.
You were
I was
17?
17. Yeah.
Video game nerd. Okay, got it. Got it.
I'm like, it wasn't anything crazy. It's not something that I ever like grew up with. I recently started playing video games, I think at like 17 when I met her because she loves video games, so I used to just join.
Her?
Um,
Your ex is
yeah,
a
my
woman?
friend. No,
Oh,
my friend, his sister.
oh, okay.
Um, so she used to play well, she still does play video games, which that's not for me. But it was like more like rock band and stuff like that. It was different.
Interactive shit.
Yeah. So uh where was I? After a few nights, it wasn't many, which was a huge red flag to me even in the beginning. Like I pretty much knew right away that it was a total red flag. Um, so I went home that night and he decided to come with me, saying that he was too tired and didn't want to drive home. I lived like two houses down from my friend. So obviously I didn't drive, I walked. Um, and he asked if he could stay. I told him he could sleep on the couch, and then I woke up to him in my bed. Um, he cornered me in the bathroom that morning when I got up and went pee. He cornered me in the bathroom. Um, and he was like, I hope that you can tell me something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, come on, I know you feel it too. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, feel what, man? We're fucking hanging out. Like, I'm not interested at all. And he's like, oh, please, come on. Like, I know that you feel it like I feel it. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I tried to walk past him, and he would not let me out of my bathroom. And then he was like, um, you need to tell me that you love me, or I'm not letting you leave this house. And I was like, bro, are you serious right now? Like, I thought it was a fucking joke for a minute because I was like, is this guy for real? Like, it's been like maybe a month of us hanging out. Like, that's fucking weird. And then he literally did not even let me leave the bathroom for like 40 minutes. And I was like, okay, love you, whatever. And he moved out of the way and he's like, oh man, I'm so happy. I knew that it was like that. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, like, how do you think that that's how I actually feel? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And
It's
then I went to work.
delusional.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
This
And
is
then I
not gonna
went to
work.
work. Yeah. Thinking like, okay, when I come home, like, one, I need to talk to his sister and be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want him coming around anymore. And he was at my fucking house when I got home. He was sitting on my porch waiting for me. And I was like, can I help you? And he's like, oh, I planned a date for us. And I was like, no thanks. I'm not interested. And he's like, yeah, you told me that you love me this morning. I'm like, so I could leave the fucking bathroom. So I got in my car and left and came back like hours later
Did you
and he
live
was still
alone?
fucking there. Yep.
Okay.
I came back hours later. He was still there. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I need to go into my house. I work the next day. Like, my dog is in there. Like, I have fucking stuff in there that I need to fucking get and do. So, whatever. I was like, okay, walked into the house. He pushed his way in, of course. And I was like, okay, you need to fucking go. And I ended up texting his sister and was like, come get your brother. He won't get out of my house. She ended up going there and was like, what are you doing? Like, go home. You have your own home. Go home. And he was like, oh, did Robin tell you the good news? We both love each other, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, in the background, shaking my head, like, no, what the fuck? Like, he was so stuck on it and then literally just showed up all the fucking time. Like, would not leave me alone. So he basically like forced me into this fucking relationship right away. And like I was young, I didn't know what to do. Um,
How old was
I'm
he?
not, he's a year older than me.
Okay.
So he was 18 and I didn't really know what to do. I'm not super close with my family. Um, I don't have very many friends either. Like I dislike most people, so I just kind of keep to myself. Um, um, so eventually he started showing up at my work and waiting outside for me and was like, "Oh, I thought we would like do something at lunch." And I'm like, "Why are you even here? Like, how did you know where I fucking worked?" Like it escalated somewhat quickly. Um, I'd say within like 6 months, he started showing up at my work. And I was like, what the fuck? And then if I went somewhere after work, because I have horses, right? But I didn't have them on the property that I lived at the time. So I'd like, I'd go to my horses and like do stuff with them and whatever, like clean up, feed them, whatnot. And he would like question where I am and why I wasn't with him. Like, he's like, you should be excited to come home and see me. I don't understand why you're taking so long coming home. And I'm like, I'm not excited to see you actually. Like, not at all. I fucking hate living here now, but like, it's one of the only places that I could get at fucking 17, like living by myself and whatever. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck you want there. Like, that's weird to me. Um, and then, um,
So at this point, you're basically in a relationship, and he's forced his way into your life and home.
absolutely, like
Okay.
100% just like pushed himself in. And then,
Jesus
um,
Christ. He relationship raped you.
yeah, absolutely.
That's the
Like,
craziest shit I've ever heard.
yeah, it was fucking wild.
I've heard some crazy
Um,
stories. I've never heard anything quite like this.
yeah, I told him that, like it was getting really creepy and that he needed to back off and whatever his sister talked to him, like, what are you doing? Like, that's not normal. You can't do that. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I'll back off. Um, I've never had like a girl that I was this interested in. I kind of don't know how to act, blah, blah, blah. And I'm scared that I'm gonna lose you. And I was like, okay, well, you didn't have me in the first place, but like, I'm like, things were fine when we were just fucking hanging out and like playing fucking rock band. Like, why did you have to go and force me into something that's fucked up? So he backed off for a bit. And I was like, hey, thank God he stopped coming around to my house. And I thought I was good. I was in the clear.
Let
Was
me
not.
hold on. Had you guys had sex at this point?
Nope.
Okay. And
Dude,
Yeah.
what? No,
Yeah.
no.
Psycho.
I'm triggered in my own ways right now. I hate it, but I see it. No, what is wrong with
okay.
people?
Yeah.
And has his family to this day or back then copped to the fact that this dude is unstable? Like he sounds like very, very, very mentally challenged,
Like obsessive,
Yes.
obsessive,
Super obsessive. Yeah.
like
delusional on
stalker.
levels, stalker, a lot of
He's Joe
words coming from.
Goldberg,
Who's that? The you guy?
the you guy.
The you guy.
Yeah. So, um, I never like I said, I wasn't really close to my family and whatever, and I didn't really have a whole lot of support from them at the time. Um, so I just kind of dealt with everything by myself. Um, they know now. They don't know how bad it got. They do know that he's a problem and whatever now, but they still don't know the extent. Like it's not something that I really tell that many people.
Is he
Um,
still
and then
is he still a threat to this day?
no,
Okay.
no, he is too involved in drugs, and I don't even think he knows where he is half the time. So it's actually drugs fucking saved my life. I don't give a fuck about his.
That is great.
Yeah. So, um, he ended up coming back around and then slowly kind of moved in with me again. Like he was like always there. He started bringing stuff to the house every time he was over, and I was like, fuck sakes, man. Like I really do looking back, I'm like, why the fuck was I so stupid? Like I was almost scared to call the cops because I was like, what if I'm fucking egging this on? What if like you hear so many stories about how like it's most likely women that are the problem and whatever, and I fucking hated that so much. Like,
You hear a lot of stories about that.
oh yeah, yeah, it's all over the place that
In what
women are the
capacity?
problem.
In what well, there is a high percentage of women that search out fucking woman beaters.
But like
Right?
incels, you mean? Like people like that? Like,
Huh?
Yeah, like it's I don't know. I just remember like growing up thinking like it's typically women that are the problem. Like, I don't know. So,
I've never really heard that as a whole, if I'm being honest.
yeah, it's like basically like, oh,
There's a lot
well,
of pussy
you were
ass piece of
asking
shit men
for
out there.
it. Yeah. It's basically more along
That
the lines of like you were asking for it and
doesn't fly with me.
like oh well did you like were you flirty with him at all and stuff like that like somebody actually asked me that. I'm no longer friends with that person. I
what
was
the
like
heck?
I'm like seriously? Like I'm like you've known me for like at least 10 years of your fucking life and you think that I was a flirty person. Like I didn't even have a boyfriend all through high school. Like it wasn't until I graduated that I actually started like seeing people. Like I'm like, what do you mean I'm a flirty person? Like,
And even if you
okay.
were, doesn't
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
have
like
anything
why
to fucking do with that
yeah,
level of
no.
treatment.
So there was like
but it
right
sounded
away
like
there
you were
was a lot to
far.
blame on me.
It sounded like you were far too uncomfortable with everything going on that for you to even consider flirting. I mean, it sounds,
Yeah.
especially a 17-year-old girl. I mean, the whole thing sounds like it would be at the very least concerning, but very possibly scary.
It
Because
was.
because he like comes across just from what you're saying, he comes across as mentally unstable,
Yeah.
and that
And
can
it
go many ways.
yeah, it absolutely was really scary. The fact that I was like basically by myself, like a few hours from home, like where I grew up, where my actual family is. Um, I definitely felt alone there, and like I said, the friends that I had, um, I didn't really have a whole lot of friends, but like the friends that I did have were like long term, and for one of them to say that to me, who I thought was one of my closest friends, I was like, okay. So I didn't like get to think much into it's him, not me. And then he just kind of like trapped me in there. Like I said, he started like moving his stuff in. And then he had me stop seeing anybody.
So fucking bizarre. Like
And it,
women do shit like, you know, they'll try to like leave shit behind without permission and shit like that. But Like straight up move it. Like, but a woman doing that to a man is a far different situation than a man doing it to a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like it wasn't a fucking ponytail left on your fucking bathroom counter. Like he was like moving in clothes. Like I was like, okay, what the fuck is happening?
Here's what I'm gonna harass this bitch in on Tuesday.
Yeah, like what the fuck? So once he basically was moved in with me, um,
Still
I
haven't had sex
wasn't,
at this point?
I don't know. I may
Do you
have
remember
at
the first
this
time you had
point,
sex?
not really. I feel like that's something that I definitely blocked out. Um,
Because I was gonna ask, do you consider that sexual assault or rape?
Most likely. Like I don't even fucking remember it to the fact that I want to like my mind wants to block that out and I probably disassociated like crazy. Like I would say yeah, most likely sexual assault. Um, so I wasn't allowed to talk to any of my friends or family. Even his sister ended up being limited. Like he would make me turn my phone off as soon as I got home. Um, she actually started coming over and was like, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in a couple days. Like, everything good?" And he would be like, "Yeah, we're good. We're just hanging out." Like, blah blah blah. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "Okay, like, well, if you need anything, just call." And I'm like sitting there like, "Bro, I'm not fucking loud."
Wait, it's forgive me. Did you say they have never copped to him being unstable?
Not previous. Like now she's like, "Wow, he was a fucking disaster."
I mean,
But
because that just the fact that she felt the need to check up on you makes me feel like she kind of suspected something.
I don't think so. Like I used to go to her house every day and then I hadn't shown up for like weeks at this point.
Okay.
So she was like, "What the fuck? Everything okay? Like I saw your car, making sure that like if you're sick or whatever, if you need something, I got you." Like, um, yeah. So I wasn't allowed to talk to very many people. I wasn't allowed to hang out with her without him, probably because he was worried about me saying something. Um,
Solid
and
possibility.
then she's been with this guy, the same guy, fuck, for like almost 20 years now, but she was with him at the time, like his sister. Um, and if we went over there, and hung out or whatever, if he said anything that I thought was like funny and I laughed, like I would fucking hear about it once we got back to the house about how I was flirting with him and I'm just laughing at all of his jokes and like I'm with like him and that guy's with his sister and that's so inappropriate and blah blah blah. And I was like, we all laughed like it was a funny thing. And he's like, I know you want him. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, okay. Um,
Like, bro, I don't
so
even want you. I don't want anything to do with men right now because of your ass.
yeah, I was like, I don't even know if I ever want to be in a relationship again. Like, you're fucking nuts. Um, so things got progressively worse, but I definitely thought that I was stuck there. We ended up moving out of my apartment and into an actual house like that he bought. Um, and when I would go to work, he would call my work to make sure that I was still there and that I wasn't leaving without him knowing. Like he would talk to my supervisor all the fucking time, and she'd be like, "Hey, it's him again," and whatever. And I'm like, "Wow."
Where
And
did
if
he?
nobody answered the phone, go ahead.
No, finish your thought.
If nobody would answer the phone, he would show up there to see if I was still there. Like I was like, "What the fuck?"
Um, what does he do to be able to buy a house? Or do they just give houses away in Canada?
No, they absolutely don't. Holy fuck. Go check fucking real estate prices
I
in
know,
Canada.
I've heard.
Fucking wild.
With that fake money you
Um,
guys use.
yeah, all of our monopoly money.
Hmm.
Um, he used to sell hey, so his parents own a farm. He used to utilize a section of it for like cows and stuff like that, and you can make like $3,000, $4,000 off of one cow. So he used to make like good money with that. He had a good,
He was pimping the cows out.
yeah, basically.
Oh,
Yeah. That
okay.
and for meat and like he would sell like we did have a bull that was pretty good. And he used to like basically stud him out. So kind of
Gotcha.
pimping is in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um, so then he started like once I like kind of felt like I was just kind of stuck there and that was going to be my life. It progressed into like lots of name calling. Like I can take a joke, I can take some fucking small little name calling, I can take like a few hits. I have no problem fucking giving
You're a
it
shit
back.
talker. You're a shit
Yeah, like
talker.
I can absolutely do that. Like if that's
Hmm.
where we're going, I'll fucking get there. Don't worry. And like you might cry, but that's fine because I won't be. Um, and it would like some of the things that he was saying would like actually end up like stinging where I was like, okay, like that doesn't really feel like a joke anymore. Like that's more like that's a fucking jab now. Like
Right.
that's not us playing.
Right.
Um, and then um I found out that a lot of it had to do with like how his day went. So if his day went shitty, he would make sure that mine was shitty. Um,
How does tending to cows have a shitty day or a bad day?
I don't know.
He couldn't get the fucking bull off or something?
No idea. I don't fucking know. Like it was just like
I'm
I don't know,
assuming he had a lot of
everything.
bad days. That's why I made the comment.
Yeah, like I don't know, he had fucking issues, and I think that it was more along the lines of like the maybe some control was gone because I was at work or whatever. Like I used to work really weird hours. Like it could be anywhere from like 12 to 18 hours a day, and it just depended on the day. Um, so like sometimes in the morning, like we would wake up and I'd go downstairs, get ready for work, whatever, and he'd be like, "Oh, good morning, old goat." And I'm like,
What the
"Okay,
fuck?
okay." I'm like,
Sucks,
we're
bitch.
starting right away." Like, all right then. Um, and then I started telling him like,
I'm gonna use that. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
old goat.
perfect.
Come here, you old goat.
Yeah.
Get daddy some head.
Stay
And then
Bob.
I would tell him like listen, like a lot of this isn't a joke anymore. Like that's not how I want to wake up in the morning. Um, I don't want to be told that I resemble a fucking old goat first thing in the morning. That's the first thing you say to me. Like, what the fuck is that? Um,
Shave
and
his eyebrows in his
then
sleep.
oh, he probably wouldn't care. Um, uh, and then eventually the name calling would happen like all day. It would get more harsh. Um, and then it started turning into him like pushing me around while he would call me names and um, whatever like pushing turned into hitting me or dragging me. He actually dragged me up our fucking driveway one day by my hair. Like I lost my footing and fell down and he continued fucking trucking. So I was like, all right then, like what the fuck? And then his parents lived right next door. Um,
How far into this before he started putting his hands on you? Like where are we at in the timeline?
We're probably around a year or so.
Okay.
Maybe more. Maybe we didn't move in together until about or sorry, we didn't move into like the house that he bought until about a year, and so maybe a little bit more than a year. Um, but it definitely got worse once we got that house. Like,
More
it was like, I'm
isolation.
stuck now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the one day he was having a problem starting one of the tractors that they had. And I helped him like kind of problem solve it. I told him that the wires to the starter, like from the starter to the ignition switch, was like chewed or like it was fucked with. And I was like, it looks like it's shorting out. Like you should probably start there and whatever. And he got mad at me and said that I did it to the tractor to get at him. And I was like, so that I could get hit? Like, no, that wasn't my fucking plan. Like, what the
You know what?
fuck?
You're right. It's your fault I hate you.
Yeah. Like, you know what I wanted to do today? Fuck with this tractor that I didn't even know that you'd be touching. Like, what the fuck?
By any chance,
Pissed on it too.
do you know if his father beats his mother?
Yep, she does. Or
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking does. Yep. Um, so that's the day that he grabbed me by the hair and dragged me up the driveway. Um, And then while I was down, he also like kicked me 3 or 4 times, and his dad came out of the barn and watched it and was laughing. So like, yeah, that's where his dad comes into play. Um, I tried to sneak out and leave him many times. He camped out at my work because he knew that I was trying to leave. He would bring me back to the house and beat me up. Um, and then like apologies were backhanded, like, I'm sorry, but you made me do that. Don't you see how much I love you? Stuff like that. And like I said previously, I just kind of accepted the fact that I'm fucking stuck here. Um, I tried leaving, like the timeline's gonna progress a lot faster here because a lot of stupid shit happened. Like I can't even get into how many times I was hit or kicked or fucking pushed around or like ragdolled like by my hair.
Is there any one in particular that stands out to be like the worst?
Oh
Or what?
yeah, we'll get to it. Don't
Okay.
worry. It's coming up. Um,
Not because I'm gonna like jerk off during that part or anything. It's
yeah,
just
right. Keep your hands up, bud. Um, so I tried leaving like years in between each other, like I would try, it would be unsuccessful. I'd get my ass kicked. I would wait it out a bit. So in total, I tried to leave 3 times before my fourth time being successful. Second and third were similar. The second he had punched through my truck window, shattering the glass. I have scars on my face from the glass fucking just shooting on my face. And him trying to clean it with a cloth, like just like up and down, rubbing the glass into my face. So I do have tiny little fucking dot scars all over the one side of my face. Um, they're really faint, but they're there. Um, he pulled me back into the house, um, took my phone, locked me in the basement for a bit. I think that was like 2 days I was locked in the basement that time. Um, Third time, like I said,
is there no
super
windows?
in the basement. No, it was an old farmhouse. Like it was
Oh
like,
shit.
yeah, it
Nah,
was like
dude.
dug out after. Like,
One way in, one way out, huh?
Oh my
yep.
God.
Um, so third time was years later again. I tried to leave, but he parked a tractor behind my car, blocking me into the driveway. When I locked the doors, he apparently started keeping spare keys on him. So I locked the doors and he fucking pushed the button to unlock them, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way that he knew that today I was fucking trying to leave. Like, there was not, I didn't grab a fucking thing from the house. I didn't even grab my phone. I was like, no, I don't care. Like, I think I went out and was like, hey, I have to do some grocery shopping. I'll be right back. And he was like, uh-uh. I was like, this motherfucker has probably been doing this for a long time. So he had the spare keys. He pressed the unlock button and pulled me out of the car. Um, he punched me, slammed my face off of a dresser once he got me inside. I was again locked in the basement, longer this time. I think I was down there for about a week before he let me out. He called in to work for me saying that I was really sick, um, and whatever, and they were just kind of like, okay, like, let us know if she
Nobody,
needs anything.
nobody thought that that was strange.
Nope, apparently not.
Was he
Apparently when
feeding
you,
you?
yep, he would make sure that I had food, and then he would call me fat. So that was fun. I was like, stop beating me then, you're in control. Yeah, that used to get me punched in the face too, because I would absolutely say something like that, like every single time. He'd be like, bring me food. He'd be like, here, you fat pig, fucking eat your food. And I'm like, oh, if I'm so fat, stop bringing it to me. Like, you're the one doing this. And then I would get punched in the face. Um, got kind of used to it. I can take a pretty good hit now, let's say. Um, Lots of hair pulling, kicking, punching, name calling, degrading, and obviously not the fun way like you do. And I absolutely still struggle with it a little bit. I can take a joke really well, but if it's like a few things in a row or like I can't I can't feel the playfulness of it, I will shut down. Absolutely fucking shut down. Um, the last time I was able to leave for good, I actually caught him smoking crack. We were supposed to go on a family vacation with him and his sister. It was probably 4 years after my last attempt of leaving. Um, so we were going on family vacation. He was taking a long time to get in the vehicle. Like I had everything ready. We had kids at this point. I thought I was stuck with him for real. I was like, I might as well fucking do what I want to do in life, have my kids, have something because I was completely fucking empty. Um, So I had the kids in the vehicle, all of our bags, and then I went looking for him. And when I walked into the back room of the barn, I saw him smoking crack. He's like, it's just weed. And I was like, yeah, because I don't know what fucking weed smells like. Like, this is nowhere fucking near it. And I'm like, fuck you. And I ran so fucking fast. And I hopped in the car that I had ready, like, down the fucking driveway and I left. And then like
You outran a crackhead. That is
I
fucking
did.
Straight up.
insane.
I
That is
did. And I'm short as
insane.
fuck. I got little legs, man. Like yeah, he's like 6 feet. Um, I'd say pretty athletic, especially with the fact that like he's old farm boy. Like he's got strength to him. I actually watched him take a fucking bull down to the ground just by the bull's horns. So it like he has some fucking weird ass strength. Um,
I believe that's
and
called retard strength.
yeah, it is absolutely. Um, I'm 4'11", like I'm short. Um, But I fucking ran, jumped in the car, locked all the doors, and fucking floored it down the driveway. Because, like I said, we were leaving to go on family vacation. I literally had the car like pointing out of the fucking driveway.
He was
Um,
gonna get all cracked out before the drive, ready to go.
yep,
What
yep,
the fuck?
yeah.
Let's
So, um,
drive your kids all
I,
fucked up.
yeah, right? Like, I fucking took off down the driveway. I turned off my phone, um, and quite literally never fucking looked back. Um, I drove for 3 hours before I finally stopped. Um, I went to a Walmart. I went and got like basically a pay-as-you-go phone so that he couldn't track me or anything. And didn't have my phone number, nothing. And got fuel, continued on. Like I basically drove as far as I fucking could from him. And was like, okay, so we're going on this family vacation with like his sister. His sister had tried to get me out previously as well, with zero success. Like she actually got hit by him a few times for trying to like, she's like, oh, we're just gonna go to like Tim Hortons or something and get a coffee. We'll be back. And he's like, nope. And she was like, yeah, like was pushing for it. Um, and then he ended up fucking hitting her, and that's when the family kind of like really, really believed that something was wrong with him. Like they didn't know the extent of what I had been through. Um, and it wasn't until she got hit in the face where she was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, just fucking go. This is what he does. He'll keep going. Like, just leave. Just fucking leave. This is just my life. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to do. Um, uh, and then they're like old Portuguese, whatever. So, like, family is tight to them. Um, and she tried to talk to her parents about it. And she's like, like, I think we need to fucking call the cops and get this girl out, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, if you call the cops, we'll tell them that you're lying. You don't do that to your brother. Like, fucked. So I very much felt stuck
Which
there.
is fine if they're going to handle the problem. But if you're not
Yeah,
going to
but
handle the fucking problem, then
yep.
fuck off.
Yeah, they were absolutely never fucking going to. Like his dad was abusive. That's just how they lived. Um, so, um, okay, so on this family trip, I canceled the place that we were supposed to be staying at and booked a completely different place in case he came up. Um, I kept like all of us in hiding. The kids went to school, but it was like the school knew to be on high alert for him. Um,
Was he
I
abusive to your kids?
No, he was actually a fantastic dad. It was insane. Like,
That's weird.
yeah, he was like he would teach them a whole bunch of stuff out on the farm, and like he would spend so much time with them, and like lots of like ABCs and counting, and like literally would do fucking everything. Like my kid, he made sure that the kids had like all the toys to play with that they wanted, and like I don't know, he was a great dad.
He was
I can't
probably
even say anything about that.
he was probably raised that way.
His dad wasn't super involved, and I
But
I
was
feel
he
like maybe he
abusive
was
to the
trying.
kids?
Yep.
He was.
Yeah, the dad was
Okay.
really bad to the kids. One of his daughters, she has died now. She OD'd. Actually with my ex. My ex was there when she OD'd. Um, he like their dad tried to burn her face on the stove because she wasn't sweeping properly when she was a teenager. So very abusive to everybody. I don't know if he was trying to make up for that and didn't know how to do it with a girl. Like, I don't fucking know. Or if he
Would
just thought women stay and that's how it goes, but maybe he remember like he knew how he felt as a kid and didn't want to do that to the kids. No fucking clue what happened there.
would he hit you in front of them?
Nope.
Interesting.
Yep. he was actually like when they were around, things felt great. Like he was super playful and like all lovey-dovey and like it was like a huge fake fucking show. It was crazy. Um,
What if the father got the mother in the exact same manner? These motherfuckers got a whole entire bloodline based on
yeah.
fucking relationship rape. Like it's fucking wild.
Yeah, I don't know how they came to be. Um, I don't know. Um, so for 5 months, we couch hopped and whatever. I did not get a place. I made sure that I stayed at like literally every person that I know's house. Work was aware that I had to um, like pick my kids up from school, drop them off at school, that he was not to be told if I was there or not. Um, I had a restraining order at this time if like went through with that, but that didn't matter to him. Um, I ended up getting a house and moving into it, thinking like, okay, it's been like 6 months, I'm probably in the clear now. No, he found out instantly. Like, I don't know if he had been following me without me knowing, or I have no idea. Like, his sister didn't know where I lived. His family did not know where I lived. He just ended up like, I lived there for maybe a month, and then he showed up to my house on a tractor and was ramming the tractor into the fucking house. And um, I called the cops. I hid my kids. Like in the house, we had this, it was really weird attic access.
Y'all can't have guns, huh? Other than long guns, right?
We can have long guns. Yeah, I do have my gun license. I have guns. And handguns, I think were allowed then, but I did not take that test. I just did the long gun. I was very interested in hunting at the time. Um, so um, we had this weird attic access that was in one of the kids' rooms. It basically was like on the along the side of the house. So I put the kids in there. I gave them like iPads and was like, "Here you go. Keep your headphones on." Um, like, yeah. Um, and I was like, "Stay in here." And the cops showed up and they tased the fuck out of him, and he did not go down. There was like six fucking different cops shooting tasers at him, and he did
Wow.
not go down.
Was he on
Um,
crack?
I don't know, probably. I'm not going to say no. Um,
Demon blood.
yeah, so they finally were able to cuff him after almost an hour of negotiating with him and trying to get him down. Um, I pressed charges on him. Uh, he had returned to my home a few times after that. First, he kicked in my back door, and he had to go through my backyard to do that. I have cameras. I saw him coming. Cops were called as soon as I saw him like walking up my driveway, but he still came in, kicked in the back door. Um, they arrested him again, and then I don't even think it was a week after that. He showed up again and then kicked in my front door because he actually had to replace my back door. And when I replaced it, I made sure that it was strong as fuck. But then he kicked in my front door. Um, Same kind of thing. They arrested him, got charged, blah, blah, blah. He had to pay for that door. Um, and then I believe he came a few times because I came home like after that, that I would come home from work, and the one time I had my window smashed in, and I think he tried to come in through my window. But I had dogs at the time, pit bulls, and I think they scared the fuck out of him. He didn't know that I had them.
Nice.
Um, Nothing was taken. I checked the cameras and whatever, didn't see that he walked away with anything. It didn't even look like from the timestamps because it only detects movement. From the timestamps, he was not there very long, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Um, so I don't even know if he actually got in the house. I don't think he did because the way that the window was broken, he definitely would have cut himself. Like it was up higher. He would have had to like strategically climbed in and there was nothing there. Um, so I was paranoid for a long time. And then since then, he has backed off. He's been in and out of jail a few times for other things that he has done. Lots of trying to rob people and whatever. Like he just he was fucked up. So yeah, he doesn't really contact me or the kids. Every now and then, like when he was in jail, he used to call his sister, who I still talk to. Like, the kids are still involved with like her, not so much the rest of the family, but her. She actually took them at one of the times that he broke into my house. She actually took them and like kept them away and was like, anything that you want me to do. Like, I'm so sorry that I didn't do more. Like, fuck my parents, fuck my family. Like, that's not I will never ever ignore that again. Like, um, I'm sorry that I didn't call the cops for you and blah, 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 like all these years ago. Um, so yeah, um, he would try to call her house and see if my kids were there to talk to them, and she would always say no, wouldn't really let him know that she even watched the kids. Um, he knows now um, that they're there often, but he doesn't even try to do anything, and it's been seven 7 years since I've been away from him now. Um, Basically 7 years since he has seen the kids, like more than just
Dang.
um like maybe an hour or so. He tried to come around for a little bit. It didn't last long. He's got back into drugs and whatever. So yeah, drugs basically saved mine and my kid's life,
That's fucking
and I'm
crazy.
really sad that it hasn't ended his yet.
I'm
So
sure it's coming. I have no doubt
yeah,
about that.
I can only hope.
Karma's very real. I have a question. Between your first attempt to leave and your fourth and final attempt to leave, was was there any difference in your mindset? Like, was the fourth time you were like, "That's it, I got my window, like I'm out," or had you made that decision the first time and just hadn't caught the right window? Like, you obviously got out that fourth time and you were like, we're not playing. Understandably so. Like you smoking crack, you have children. Like you,
Yeah,
he finally crossed a. Beating your ass wasn't enough, but he finally crossed the line that you weren't willing to deal with, and respect. But
yeah.
what like walk me through that?
I don't know if the mindset had changed. Um, One, I hadn't wanted to be with him since the very beginning. So there's a lot of like me not wanting to be there ever. Um, I think what changed about the fourth time was the fact that he didn't catch me. Like he wasn't able to fucking catch me and stop me and drag me back in, even when like he did end up finding where I lived. It was way different circumstances. Like I was in a house.
So that was 6 months down the road, right?
Yeah. So way different circumstances. He didn't even, I don't think he even knew where I was for those 6 months, like 5, 6 months, whatever it was. I don't think it was until, like I said, I think he maybe followed me home one day after watching the kids like get picked up from school or something, and I didn't really notice. And then he must have gone home after that, or he knew somebody that saw me like and was like, "Oh, hey, did you know that she lives here now?" Um, and whatever, because he showed up on a tractor. I would have noticed a tractor following me. I also can drive faster than a tractor. So, I don't know how he ended up finding out where I lived. Um,
How far away
but
were you? Because like for him to be able to drive a fucking tractor there.
oh, you can drive a tractor pretty far. I've
I
done
mean,
it
I'm sure
many
you
times.
can, but god damn.
Um, I stayed um kind of in the same town because I didn't want my kids moving schools and whatever. I wanted to try to keep their life as stable as possible. Because like one of the things was that like the kids were like, when am I seeing dad? Because dad wasn't bad to them ever.
Right.
They didn't see that side of him. So they didn't understand why we're living in a different house or like couch hopping or anything. And I was just like, "Look, like I don't love your dad, blah blah blah. That's not the life that we're gonna have." Like I'm like, maybe you'll see him like one day soon or whatever, like and then his sister actually started telling them like your dad's in jail, so that's why he's not around because she was kind of sick of it, to be honest.
Oh
And like I'm
man.
very real with my kids. I don't sugarcoat a whole lot, but I did not know how I was going to tell them what went on and the extent of it. Like, I didn't want to be like, oh, your dad's abusive and has been hitting me for years, because I don't even know if they would have believed it at the time because he was not that in front of them ever. Um, so I wasn't sure how I was going to say anything, but they knew that that sister that I was talking about, that the dad tried to burn her face on a stove, they knew that she was into drugs and whatever. Like that was never hidden because she would come around all fucked up. Um, and the sister that I was friends with and still am friends with, um, she was the one that was like, your dad is into drugs, kind of like she was. He's in and out of jail because he keeps stealing from people and doing bad things and whatever. So like she was the one that told them, and I was like, all right, that works for me.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like that's even better to be honest.
yep, for sure. Because one thing that I didn't want to do was like, I know I have every right to, but I
I
did
know.
not want to trash talk
Yeah,
him.
I know.
That's not what I want.
Yeah,
I want them to see it for how
themselves.
it is. Yep.
Yeah.
And they do. They absolutely like there was, like I said, there was a few times where he's kind of like showed up for like an hour or whatever, and he must have been really fucked up because my kids would be like, saw dad today. He was on drugs for sure. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, they're like, yeah, it's fine. He doesn't really come around anyway. So I'm like, all right. So like they're really understanding now. And like I said, I've always been real with them. If they ever had a question, I don't sugarcoat things. I give them a fucking answer. Like somewhat age appropriate, but not stupid. Like I don't want naive kids how I was a naive kid and look where I fucking ended up. So, like, I don't want that for my kids. I want my kids to be very fucking eyes open, pay attention to your surroundings, don't fucking get caught like I was.
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard a story like this in my life, and like I said, I've heard some crazy fucking stories. If there
Yeah.
was one piece of advice you could give to a woman out there in a similar-ish
Yeah, I
situation,
don't know how similar my fucking life would be to anybody, but definitely like if you feel like you're stuck, I don't know, like you have to find a way out before it fucking even starts. Like, and like I said, I was super naive to shit. So like that first day where he was like, "Oh, I don't really feel like driving home. Can I sleep over?" Like, why didn't you sleep at your sister's house? But that wasn't a thought in my head. I was just like, "Oh, sure, you can sleep on the couch." But like, man, don't be blind. If it feels weird, it's fucking weird. Don't be blind to that. Like,
Trust your gut.
absolutely trust your gut. Like, yeah.
Do you? Uh, I don't even know how to ask this. I'm gonna ask it anyway, but because I can only imagine what your answer will be and has to be. But like, do you regret having kids with this fucking guy?
Um, yes and no. If like sometimes I'm like, please don't fucking end up like him or like whatever, right? Like I
I
feel
think he
like
was a
I've
product of his
so
environment more than anything.
me too, and I really hope because I am like sometimes so I have a girl and a boy. Sometimes my son, like he's a little bit older and he'll like roughhouse a little bit with my daughter and I'm like, the fuck is that? Like I don't want to stop it because I know siblings fight. Like I know it's going to happen and in all honesty, she's going to be fucking tough for like dealing like with the little bit of pushing and like the name calling and the whatever. Like you need to have tough skin. Life is not gentle. Like um but also I'm like I feel like my eyes are like a hawk when he's playing around with her or like even my ears like listening to some of the things that like he might say and I'm like that was too far. I don't like that. Like you don't say that to somebody ever. And he's like, okay. He's like, I was just playing, and I'm like, yep. I'm like, that's how it starts. And I'm like,
Jesus, poor kid.
but I mean, like, sometimes it'll get to the point where his sister's like, okay, okay, stop. And he'll keep going. And I'm like, no, no. She said stop. You fucking stop.
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's yeah.
but I also know, like, they're going to be kids, siblings. Like, fuck, I got that from people that weren't my fucking family in
I
school that were just playing. Like,
I don't think that boys roughhousing with their sisters at a young age. I really don't think that that would have an impact on whether or not they turn out to beat women in their adult years. And I think that really just comes from how you raise your son and you make sure that it's very fucking clear. You always respect women. You don't ever put your fucking hands on women, ever. Like, it's
yeah,
just, there's no, like, there are acceptable situations, but, you don't teach a child that, obviously. You don't
that's right.
ever put your fucking hands on a woman. Like, it's just, that's not a thing. That's
Yeah,
not how a real man acts. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things that as a parent, to a boy, you have to drive these. There are foundational fucking things when it comes to life that you got to drive home to these thick-headed motherfuckers.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And I definitely try to. Like I said, I know siblings are gonna roughhouse and call names and whatever. That's just life. But there's definitely times where I'm like, okay, that was too far. We're not doing that and whatever. Like my son's 13 now, so like he's getting to an age where he is getting quite a bit stronger than my daughter
Yeah.
and like I'm like, okay, tone it down. Like that's a lot. We don't need to go that far. Um and whatever, but he has never ever once done anything to me. Like he's never even joked about like pushing me around or anything. He has, okay, so now he's fucking taller than me. So
Oh,
he
as if
does,
that's a difficult feat. Come on now.
so he does come up to me and like fucking like try to show me up and I just jab him in the throat. I'm like, the fuck out of here, kid. Like, you're still smaller than me. I'll beat your ass. Don't even try. So I take my shots for sure. Like I don't I don't gentle parent. I don't fucking like the playfulness is there. And you can feel the playful vibe, right? It's different. So,
Yes, it is different.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
You okay over there?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
so are we getting to hear your story or was this
Depends.
more just
That's
me? Like, I
completely
don't
up to
know.
you.
Who, me?
Yeah, it's completely up to you.
Well, it's different. Um,
I,
I
I,
also
I would imagine.
it's different, not the same. But I will say, just to narrow and summarize it down, there are signs, and it. I don't know if you felt this way, but it's you see them, and you know that life is difficult, and you just do it anyway, because maybe life has always been difficult, and that's what you're used to. So
Yeah.
it's maybe a different flavor of difficult, and there's a little bit of love sprinkles in there, or attention, or like the obsession, or whatever. But being that young, you do not have the tools to do what you need to do. You're still young, you can't take care of yourself, like you're just learning how to do that. Of course, you have zero
Yeah.
experience. So that being said, I met my ex when I was 18, and I just turned 18, and he was 22. And okay, whatever. But he was military, and his dad was also like a crude guy, but also like there is apparently history of like him treating his sister a certain way, like pinning her against the car, like bending her over, tying her hands behind, like weird, right? It's fucking weird.
I would say that's a little
Yeah,
weird.
uh-huh. Shit like that, where you think, what's about to happen? What is this? Or his brother-in-law spitting in his wife's face because she didn't want him to give the baby beer. Um, just like real trashy stuff. Um, and on that note, that being said, the way they treated women was just different. It was very much shut the fuck up. Like nothing you have to say is of value, but like I literally don't want to hear it. I'm just gonna laugh in your face and mock you, and it's not any fun. It's just like, you know. But our first year, we didn't fight at all. No fighting. Everything was good. It was like La La Land, Aries. And then slowly but surely, like little bits of crazy came out. And then I'm like, oh, he's running out of the shower naked and choking me on the bed because I said something. Interesting. What the fuck just happened? Um,
Had this dude been deployed at all?
he hadn't been deployed. He had been to like different trainings, and I get he had, been in active service, but then went back to school. So he
Okay.
did that program, right? He never went anywhere crazy, but there's something in his brain, man, because he would drink and just like it's like people that just shouldn't drink because they become
Hmm.
violent, they black out easily, they become destructive. Like that was him.
Well, I mean, when you're in the military, you know, boot camp,
Yeah,
it's not just physically, they mentally break these people down to basically like the thought process behind it is break them down to nothing and then build them back as sociopaths.
which
So
is
that
basically what he did in our relationship.
it sounds like, there's a strong possibility, unless he's just born that way, but like, that's what they do. They breed sociopaths so that they can, if I tell you to go kill or rape this village, you're like, you got to go do it. You know what I mean? You need sociopaths to do that because most normal, logically thinking people.
We'll have a physical reaction to murdering somebody or a whole bunch of people. You're gonna have a moment, to say the least. Um, you know.
Yep.
But let's, that's kind of where it started. Like I would see the behavior in the drinking, and people had said, "Oh, he has a bad temper," but it was more than that. One time I walked in on him playing a video game, and he was like going ballistic, throwing shit across the room, screaming, and I'm like, "What are we doing? Like, is this a joke?" Kind of like what she said. Like, is this a joke? What's happening? He's really mad. He's fucking yelling at a computer screen. Um, and I'm sitting down and I'm here. What the fuck? Why am I here? Why am I here?
Were you
You know
living
what I mean?
together?
No,
Okay.
no. I had choices. I was in college. This was a dorm. I could have left,
I had choices.
but I didn't. I've never been good at making them my own, you see. So, that being said, you know, you don't want somebody who's bad at being controlling in control of your life.
I,
He was just stupid.
but neither one of these dudes sounds like they were in control of their own lives, to be
No,
completely honest with you.
he was insane. He was insane. And then, and then it transitioned from that to the hand on the neck. That happened a good couple of times. Um, then it was like verbal yelling and degrading, like calling me a treacherous whore out of nowhere. And I was like, here's the deal. You say that shit to me enough, I will show you what a treacherous whore looks like for 2 weeks. And I did eventually. Cheating is what it took for me to get out of my abusive relationship.
You cheated,
Oh, yeah,
and
100%.
that was enough to for him to let you go.
Oh, he didn't let me go. I just left
Oh, okay,
because he used to work in the oil field and he would be gone for like a couple weeks.
right.
And I was loyal. Like I was always a jealous person, like hyper jealous, like crazy jealous, like call you 38 times jealous.
Jesus.
Uh-huh. I know how the tables turn. Um,
I feel like that's 180-degree turn from the
but
person
I
that
had
you are.
to for my mental health, for my mental health. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I
get it.
cannot be this way because this is where it led me and this is crazy shit.
And
And this
who cares at the end of the day, honestly?
no, no, I don't want to be crazy. Like be with happy. So I don't know. Like this guy just started, it went to verbal and then it went to destroying things. Like he would just destroy stuff. And by stuff, I mean get a lamp and bash our entire like dresser in. Like the wood busted apart in shards with glass shards all over the room because of anger.
Military dudes, man.
He unhinged the entire sliding door and threw it in the living room. Yeah, to name a few. Got so drunk on vacation, he thought he was Robin Hood
How,
and
how,
thought I was the sheriff from Nottingham and was ready to go to town on me in the bathroom. Big mistake. I came in and was like, "Are you okay?" And he just went crazy and then had to get tackled in the hallway by staff.
Jesus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like, that kind of stuff. It was the beating was going to come. It just hadn't happened yet. You know what I mean? It was only a
Right.
matter of time. Like, this dude is unstable. He, you put your hands on me before, and it wasn't in a good way. It was in a way that you were in rage. Like, when you see someone's eyes gloss over and they just like they're
Uh,
not there,
uh,
like that. And for saying something like, "Hey, like, I wish you would quit smoking," like nicotine. I was like,
uh,
it just seems like you've been trying. He was trying. It's not like I was like even at that point trying to be a nag. I was when it was my excuse to hate him. because I did. Like, that was my excuse. Like, oh, he just smokes. It pisses me off. Like, oh, I actually just hate his whole being. Um, and then I met a nice hippie man who was nice to me. And I
World of
touched it.
difference, huh?
Yeah, it was nice. It was so much better.
I want
A
to ask.
man who I didn't know was saying kinder things to me than my husband and person I was with for 7 years.
That was the
It's
dude
time to
you
go.
married?
It was dude I married him.
Holy shit.
Exactly. I had options.
Jesus.
I had options. And but no one could tell me anything. Like, that's the thing is, I was also pretty stubborn and
Shocking. Shocking. You're Leo,
still
right?
am. Still am. And
Uh,
even if it's like, yeah, well, my life's gonna fall apart on my terms and I still won't respect what you have to say because I think, who are you to tell me anything? Who the
exactly.
fuck are you? Just like you said on your last podcast.
Exactly. Who the fuck are you?
You're not my daddy.
Would
Shut the
you
fuck up.
say, would you, and I want to ask her the same thing if she comes back, but she has walked away. But um, is there anything that, how do I, like, is there a pattern in men that would give away that they would become physical
Oh
with
yeah, there's
women?
steps. There and
But is there
this
anything you can okay, is there anything you can pinpoint prior to really getting involved with them, and then you're going to tell me the steps, and at what point of those steps do you realize, oh, this is going to get physical?
yeah. So obviously nothing is linear, but if you generalize it, it is, like, for the most part. For instance, usually abuse starts off as verbal, like making little remarks like you're stupid or like you're a old goat, like shit like that, you know what I mean? You stupid fat fuck, like shit like that. Um um yeah, and then it transitions over to like um the there's other types of ways to control you, and when the words don't work and you're starting to feel like good about yourself and they see that other people see that, it's like they become paranoid and they know that someone else could just come in and,
Yeah,
sweep you away because they know that they're shit
yeah,
and plenty of other mediocre people are nicer than him. And I'm here, I'm just stupid and naive and like, I don't know any better. I don't have the tools to get out of this. I'm thinking, like, at this point, okay, I've dealt with words I don't like before, and I've also dealt with degradation. Like, I'm a ballerina. I've been told like I'm not good every day. I'm told lots of shit. This is fine. Physical pain, I feel that too. It's okay. Like, oh, that's weird. Hand on the neck. Like, he was just mad. You know?
I've been pretty fucking mad around. So I've been hit by many women, and I choose to laugh at women's faces because I know that hurts them far more than hitting them in the face.
Yeah, because then you're like, you become a crazy person when you do that.
Hmm.
And
It's
I would say
lovely.
the point I thought, hmm, this shit's weird, is when we had our first fight. And I think I mentioned it at some point, but now we're putting it together. And it was because he bent his dick during sex and got mad at me because he was wasted and didn't know where to aim and just bent it.
Ow.
I know, right? Ow,
Hmm.
yeah. Like, I saw it, I was like, ooh, that's bad.
Hmm.
you know? But then he
Hmm.
went crazy and like was getting in on me. And I'm like, hey, now, like, I didn't do this all for, and even if I did, it's like, I'm not trying to, accidents
Right.
happen, right?
Right. Right.
But went crazy, like, started putting his clothes on, screaming, throwing shit all over the room, and left me and like yelled at me. Said, I don't even remember what he said, but he, like, yelled. And I'm like, I'm crying because I'm like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, I've never had someone just get this mad at me for anything. Like, I've had people be dicks to me, but like, ooh, this is like real anger. Okay. Okay. And well, maybe this is how anger is. Like, I've never experienced that, right? Okay. Um, and what I have experienced in anger, at least through my dad, like it was really extreme. So we're still not there yet. Let's keep
Jesus.
dating.
Oh
Um,
God.
it's fine. Like he's got a good side to
It's
him.
interesting how people justify shit.
It's crazy. My friends even told me, they're like, "Hey, dude, like, what do you mean? Like, he slapped you in the face? Like, what do you mean? You know, that's weird." Or,
That's one way to put it. Weird, yeah.
you know, and he seems to be like talking about a lot of like sexual things about you in front of like all these men and different things, you know, like
Oh
showing
wow.
pictures of me and like apparently it was really
Jesus.
bad. Yeah. So it went to that kind of level. It was more of like he was trying to humiliate me, but also in like when I was in front of him, he was like would treat me like, oh, he was proud to be with me, which you should be, you ugly stupid fuck. I'm so nice and stupid. But you know,
Nice and stupid. That's
nice and
exactly how I
stupid.
like them.
Yeah, well, here we are. Um but and then you know, we kept dating and it was really unhealthy. Like you feel the toxicity. I'm always
bad. You know, my earphones are dying, so please let me know if you can't hear me.
It's actually a
Can you
little
hear
bit
me?
better. Yeah, we hear you fine. Can you
Uh,
hear us? Oh, you gotta turn your Bluetooth off, girl. Chief Blackfoot.
what about now?
I could hear you
We can hear now.
Okay, I
when
couldn't
you
hear you guys at all.
because your Bluetooth was still on.
It's all fucked up in here. That's a whole other story. I spill coffee in my car and I can't use my Bluetooth. It's life is lifing.
Okay.
Um yeah. But we got married. And on the day of our wedding, I was like, "Oh, I'm not nervous. I actually don't care. Like I don't feel like anything. That's not right, right?" And my friends would just say like, "We can still drive anywhere else. You don't have to do this." I'm like, "Ah, you know, these people are here, like all the things, right?" And I did it. I got married. It was already bad. He had, long story short, stopped smoking for 3 months. We were like real high. He was a bad smoker, like really, really, really bad. And you know, he was quit. He was feeling good. And on the day, like after we say I do, he lights up and he's already shit faced drunk. And I'm like, oh no, don't do that. And I grabbed it and I threw it in the pool. And there's like a whole pack, right? But he like yelled at me in front of all the guests. And I was like, oh no, I done fucked up.
Oh God.
I done fucked up. And now I'm married.
Oh
This is
God.
not good. And two and a
Jesus.
half years go by. And it's, you know, it's just a lot of weird power play fight. Like he hated women. Um, you know, left any chance he could to work. And you know, eventually I saw the light. I got out. He was gone. It made it easy for me. There were a couple of episodes where he had gone completely insane and like trashed the place with my friends present. And that's when they finally said, "Hey man, like you should come with us and like leave this person. I wouldn't tell you what to do. Like I don't want to tell people to like leave their husbands or wives, but like you should leave him,
You should leave him.
you know?" And I didn't. I gave it a couple more months and you know, moved where I moved, met somebody nice, and then
Have you been with the same person since you left your husband? Her ears died again. You there?
I am now.
Has said, have you been with the same person since you left your husband?
Yeah, there were some others after, but like this person I'm with now, I've been for like, good 8 years.
Holy shit. Um, would you both say that this is an accurate statement or an inaccurate statement? I feel like there's a solid possibility that there's just as many abusive women out there. It just tends to come through as mental abuse because they are, physically inferior.
Hold on.
Although I've been hit by quite a few women.
You feel like there's a solid what?
A solid possibility that there are as many women out there.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
What can't I hear?
I have to leave at 10 to work. Can did you hear me?
I heard parts of it. So repeat what you said. I'll answer the question and then I'll probably have to go.
We can wrap it up because I think her earbuds are dying and
Uh,
there's no saving that. But do you think that it's an accurate statement to say that there's likely as many women out there that are quote unquote abusive? It just manifests mentally, as opposed to physically. Although some women are physical, but I don't look at that the same as a man being physical with a woman.
Okay, I can hear you now.
yeah, absolutely. I actually kind of think that women are worse. I'd rather be punched in the face than
I
somebody
I was gonna
be
follow up
ripping
with
me
that.
apart.
Yeah,
Um,
it's far more damaging.
it is.
Mental abuse.
It really takes a hit on you. Like, I don't know, on the last podcast, I kind of touched on how, like, some things really fuck me up and I'll disassociate and whatever still. And I've been away from him for a long time and with somebody way better. Um, so yeah, I think women can be worse. They're cunty.
Mm.
Honestly, women are cunts. Like I don't know.
Women are vicious.
They are. They absolutely are. So yeah, I think it could be equal or worse than what a man does.
Interesting.
I also think that like
Like
because
shit on your pillow.
yeah, I think that men also don't have the support that some women have. Like girlfriends are like they'll be just as vicious and will attack. Where like guy friends are like, shut up, stop being a pussy.
Well,
Like,
men aren't even
and
gonna
men
share
don't
that.
really say it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not gonna share
exactly.
that with their
So
friends. Because what the
yeah,
hell do
I
you
think
even
it's way
say?
different.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, 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 as somebody that has dealt with it not that long ago, like it's kind of hard to even try to put into words. If I'm being
Hmm.
completely it's truthfully like it's hard to put into words. So I wouldn't even know how to have had a conversation with anyone, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, I appreciate you guys telling your stories. Um, I I don't even know what to say. That's one of the craziest
Five,
stories I've
six,
ever
seven,
heard.
eight.
You gonna sing
Time to
for
disassociate.
us? Hey, that's the best way to make it through life, isn't it? All right, ladies. Well, I'm sure if we ever get it worked out for the episode with 9 people on it, we'll see you guys again shortly. But
Hmm.
until then, until Miss Giggles responds to that group chat, good luck, y'all. That's all on y'all. Yeah. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.